What's up, guys? We're back with a full slate of MLB action here on Monday, July 14th. That means we are breaking down the MLB Home Run Derby. I'll give you my favorite picks for this Home Run Derby, but guys, this is going to be a pretty laid-back, chill, relaxed video. If you are blowing your bankroll here betting the Home Run Derby or any All-Star Game event, you probably need to be calling the number. But I think it's a fun one to break down, a fun one to look at, and a fun one to watch and have a little bit riding on. So let's take a look at this thing. Slam that like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to keep seeing these videos every single day, and let us know what you're thinking in the comments. I personally answer every comment every single day. Check the pinned comment throughout the day to see our favorite picks, although there's not going to be much going in there. It's the All-Star Game, guys, and the All-Star Home Run Derby, so let's just take it a little bit easy on that. Also, quick reminder, if you signed up for a premium membership, these All-Star Game days are absolutely free to you. Your membership will be extended past these at zero charge, obviously, because nothing real going on here, so we're not going to be charging you for days where you're not getting any picks. So let's jump in and break down how we did there yesterday. And we had a pretty good day across the board. We had the Cubs at plus 105. That was a 4-1 win there for Chicago. Imanaga was lights out, giving up only 1 run in 7 innings. And the Yankees looked very ready for the All-Star break, only mustering 2 hits and 1 run in the whole game. We followed that up with another win. We had the Marlins at plus 105. So another small underdog. That was a blowout 11-1 win. Yuri Perez was lights out over his 7 innings. And the Miami Bats really got going. Again, this could be a scary team a little bit in the back half here of the 2025 season. We also had Cleveland at minus 140. Way too close for comfort there, the 6-5 win. Cantillo wasn't good at all, but Savali wasn't either. And the Cleveland bullpen was just a bit better. And Kwan had a sacrifice fly to give him a run in the top of the 10th inning, and that ended up being enough. So definitely take that. A win also there on the under in the Mets Kansas City Royals game. It was a 3-2 win for the Royals in an under cashing for us. Holmes was very good in his 5 innings. Cameron was even better, over 6 2/3. All that added up to a super close and low scoring affair, which is what we had hoped for. Now, our only loss on the entire Sunday slate was the Giants at plus 115 as our dog of the day. That was a tough extra inning loss. The Giants eventually lose 5-2. That one cost us a sweep. Yamamoto was great over his 7 shutout innings, and while the bullpen for the Dodgers did let them down, it wasn't as bad as what what we would have expected. And the Giants, normally very good bullpen, didn't really get the job done there whatsoever. Now, our massive lock of the day was the no-run first inning there in the Pirates-Minnesota Twins game, and that one came through. Both starters were good, and so was the under in a 2-1 Pirates win. No runs in the first inning. That was what we needed for a win. We will take it. So let's go ahead and dive right in, guys. First up, we're just going to break down every single potential winner and their price tag, and what we think their actual chances are of winning the Home Run Derby, and see if we think that is a play that we are willing to be on, or a guy that we're willing to root for. And first up, we've got a guy that a lot of people are having a lot of fun rooting for this season. That's Cal Raleigh, a catcher putting up an MLB leading 38 home runs through the first, obviously it's a little bit more than half of the season, but first half of the season, very impressive stuff. He's helped the Mariners have a decent, maybe not elite start to the year. Over his last 5 games, he's only hit 2 home runs. He had that 2 home run game there at Detroit in the first game of that series. But other than that, hasn't been putting up crazy power numbers, in his last 5 games. But obviously, Cal Raleigh having an amazing season at the plate. And that's why he is currently listed as the favorite, and will still be the favorite no matter basically what happens here, is the favorite heading into the Home Run Derby here at plus 260. So not really a massive price, but I could see why somebody would like him in the Home Run Derby here. A very good power swing here. To just be cranking home runs off of, practice pitches as opposed to, hitting home runs off of, somebody actually trying to get you out or somebody throwing the ball at full speed is a much different thing. I won't say a completely different thing, but a much different thing. So we'll see how Cal Raleigh does here. I'm expecting him to have a pretty good time out there. I definitely think he is a significant contender here in the Home Run Derby. I think it would mean a lot to him, to bring this home for the catchers out there. As somebody who played catcher in Little League and stuff, up through high school level, it's tough being a catcher, guys. So hats off to a switch hitting catcher that is leading the MLB in home runs. And at plus 260, I actually do think there's some value in just loading it up here on the favorite and taking him to get the job done. I don't think that's impossible, but there's lots of things we got to take into consideration. Winning the Home Run Derby can be a little bit of a grind. You have to hit a lot of balls, and you got to hit them a long way. So, stamina will definitely be something we're taking into consideration here. Next up, we've got ONeal Cruz. He's listed at plus 325. This young 26-year-old has been, making a little bit of a splash there in Pittsburgh. I'm not going to overreact and say anything too crazy. There's been drama surrounding him, whether his effort level is up to par, running out ground balls, running out fly balls, just effort level, playing defense and stuff like that. Now, his offensive numbers, not really all that impressive. He's at 16 home runs. He's batting .212, so not something that really jumps off the page too much, although his raw physical talent is very noticeable. His last home run was back on the 8th of July against the Royals. So, one home run there, but nothing else since then. Although he did have a nice 2-for-4 day at Minnesota there in game 1 of that series. But really not somebody that's been, hitting the ball incredibly well. Now, his, odds here at plus 325 being the second best odds, in the entire home run derby is kind of surprising to me, but I get it. When you see the physical talents this 6'7", 240-pound behemoth has, he can hit you some home runs, especially in practice. I would think he could hit you some home runs. I think this will be kind of a big deal to him, getting to be the center of attention. And there aren't a ton of positives for the Pirates this season. The All-Star break, the All-Star game, the home run derby. You've got Skeens, you've got ONeal Cruz out there. This is kind of your biggest spotlight you're going to get. So, we'll see. I'm expecting him to have a pretty decent time out there, but I do think, as a first-time participant here in the home run derby, that could be a little bit of a problem for him. He's a young guy, too, so maybe some nerves. It's a different thing to be trying to hit 1 million home runs off of batting practice pitching than off of, somebody throwing at full speed. So we'll see what he can get done. He definitely has the power here. I think he could be one of the guys to hit the longest home run. So we'll be looking at those numbers as well. So that's something to take into consideration, but I don't really like him here to win the home run derby. I'm very fine here with fading ONeal Cruz. Jumping in with a quick reminder, guys, and a shout out to the sponsor of today and every day's video, and that is StumpTheSpread.com. Click the link in the description to go over there and see the top confidence picks from our entire team of experienced cappers. Right now, our premium members are getting daily MLB and UFC picks, with NFL and college football coming up before you know it. Major League Baseball has been our most profitable sport the last several years in a row. It is off to a fantastic beginning here to the 2025 season, or first half, or more than first half. Now, at StumpTheSpread.com, we'll be able to see exclusive free picks that are only posted there, our free to use bet size calculator, and our premium top confidence picks, which might not and usually will not always match what you see here in the videos, because I am not the premium capper for MLB over at Stump the Spread. We've got a monster with many more years of experience. He uses some very sophisticated tools and algorithms to make his predictions, taking a crazy amount of data points into consideration. This dude really knows what's up. We have a ton of premium members. You'll see them down in the comments talking about it, but the premium picks have all been absolutely bonkers level on fire this entire month. Yesterday, July 13th, they went 3-1, cashing the under there on the Tampa Bay Boston game as a 1-unit play, bricking the Orioles as a 1-unit play, but hitting the Cubs for 1 unit and the Guardians as a big 3-unit play. It was a close game, but it comes through for a win. So as you can see on the screen, all the picks that have been made in July, it's been absolutely insane. He went on a 10-0 streak. The amount of units he's made for our premium members this month has been absolutely nuts. Also, if you sign up for a premium membership today, no worries, guys, or during the All-Star break, no worries. Your membership is automatically extended past the to past the All-Star break. Basically, you're not going to get charged. None of the days from the All-Star break are going to count against your membership. So this is as good a time to sign up as any, and the picks have been absolutely red hot. So definitely consider signing up for a premium pick package. It's very much worth your while, guys. It's great value. And also, while you're over there at StumpTheSpread.com, get on the email list, guys. It's absolutely free. 1 email every day straight to your inbox. All you have to do is set up a free account while we use your name and your email address. That's it. That'll be 1 email with free picks included in it every single day. Also parlays in there. Sometimes there's 2 free picks, information on niche sports betting like golf, NASCAR. I know there's a big write-up coming up on some golf event for sure. Tennis can be in there too. Tons of great information straight to your inbox every single day, and it's absolutely free. Also, guys, if you're a huge fan of what we're doing here every single day, click that little join button right below the video and become a YouTube channel member. YouTube channel members get early access to all my videos, get their name up on screen in every video like you will see here in a bit, but more importantly, they're eligible for our members only giveaways, and today is the 14th, and you guys probably already know what that means. That means we are rolling to see who out of my YouTube channel members wins a free Stump the Spread hoodie mailed straight to their mailbox, guys. We've got a bunch of channel members. I really appreciate every single one of you. We're going to be doing one of these giveaways every single week. So let's go ahead and click this button, see who the winner is this week, guys, of a Stump the Spread hoodie. Pretty exciting stuff. Love doing this every week, and it looks like the winner is going to be Brian Barry. Brian Barry, get down in the comments. Let me know that you see you won the giveaway, and we will give you instructions down there in the comments on how to claim your giveaway, and we'll be mailing it out to you as soon as you get in contact with us. It usually takes like 7 to 14 days. That's what the website that I use to have the hoodies made says, but yeah, it should be out there to you pretty quick. So Brian Barry, congratulations on being the winner of this giveaway, and anybody else out there that's trying to be part of this every single week, sign up for a YouTube membership, and we'll be doing one of these giveaways again on the 21st and again on the 28th. And like I said, guys, every single week there will be a giveaway. So let's go ahead and hop back into this video and break down the rest of these MLB All-Star Game Home Run Derby competitors. Next up, guys, we're looking at James Wood at plus 400. This 22-year-old Nationals outfielder, guys, is having quite the season. He's batting .278. He's got 24 home runs. Now, the Nationals aren't going anywhere too special this year, but they've been a little bit more respectable than I would have guessed they would be. He comes into this game. He's hit 1 home run out of his last 5 games, and that was in Game 2 there at St. Louis. So a nice home run there. Helped his team win that game 8-2. Hasn't really been putting up amazing numbers since. Actually is in a little bit of a slump here. He's 0 for his last 11 at the plate. Did not have a good 2 games there against the Brewers or a last game in that series against the Cardinals. So we'll see what he can do, in a kind of high pressure situation in an all-star game. He's definitely got plenty of power. He's 6'7", 234. Like, this kid is a monster. But, going up there in front of everybody, putting up crazy home run totals, I just don't really see it from him here. I mean, plus 400 is a little bit intriguing of a price, and obviously the odds makers like him a little bit. He's the 3rd highest odds in this competition, but I'm not really feeling it here from James Woods. Doesn't seem like a guy to me that's going to go out there and go nuts. I'm looking for someone who's a little bit more of a veteran. Next up, guys, we're looking at Matt Olsen from the Atlanta Braves. So he's plus 700 in this competition, so some pretty appealing odds. He's had a decent year. He's batting .262 with 17 home runs. He comes into this game, though, he has not hit a home run over his last 5. The last home run he hit was a bit ago, back on July 5th there against the Orioles, and he's only hit 2 home runs in this entire month. So yeah, a little bit worried about that, not maybe swinging the hottest bat coming into this one, but this is a veteran guy. He's 31 years old. He's been around. He's seen some stuff. He's a big guy. He can hit the ball pretty well, pretty hard. Also, something to definitely take into consideration here, he is, playing this one at his home stadium. I think that definitely helps. He knows the stadium well, knows those fences, knows exactly where he wants to hit the ball if he's trying to get, just sneak one out. So definitely think this is a guy we have to take very, very seriously as a possibility to win this whole thing. Definitely a good possibility to advance. So Matt Olsen for sure going. Maybe not quite at the top of my list. I still like Cal Raleigh a little bit better here, but definitely like Matt Olsen in this situation. Getting to hit in front of, it's not really home fans, but, home fans for sure. And, in his home stadium, I think that is a significant advantage for him. So definitely think Matt Olsen at plus 700 is a very, very good value out there in this one. The next contestant we're going to be looking at is Brent Rooker there from the Athletics. Now, he is at plus 850, so very, very strong odds. This guy is having a pretty good year for the Athletics. Definitely got off to a pretty good start. He's currently batting .279 with 20 home runs. He comes into this one, he hit a home run only a couple days ago back on the 12th there against Toronto, so not a bad look in general this month. How many home runs has he hit? I think he's at, 3 or 4 this month, so yeah, not looking too bad. Obviously not putting up, insano offensive numbers, but the only one in this competition that's really putting up insane offensive numbers is Cal Raleigh, so we'll see what Brent Rooker can do out there. It's nice for the Athletics to have a representative in this thing. He's 30 years old. He's been around a little bit. I think he's somebody you have to take at least semi-seriously, especially at plus 850. I think he is a real contestant here. Do I like him? I don't like him more than Matt Olsen. I don't like him more than Cal Raleigh. So he's not somebody that's going at the top of my list, but it's not somebody I think you should completely discard as a possibility. He's a big dude. He can get it out of the park for sure. So I think he is actually, something of a dark horse contender for me. Not somebody that I'm going to have too much on, but if he did end up winning this thing, I would be like, wow, that was kind of dumb. I should have probably been a little bit more interested there in Brent Rooker. Next up, guys, we're going to be looking at the Minnesota Twins' Byron Buxton. Their center fielders making the home run derby here. He's had a good year, batting .289 with 21 home runs, and has done a lot to try and carry offense that has struggled at times, for sure. He comes into this game, I mean, he hit a home run back on the 12th as well, took the Pirates deep in that one in a very solid day. He went 5 for 5 at the plate. He scored 3 runs in that game, had a couple RBIs, so very, very positive stuff in that one. It was eventually a 12-4 win there for the Twins. So Byron Buxton comes into this one swinging a pretty hot bat. I will say that for him this month in general. How has he done in terms of home runs? He's hit 1, 2, so just a couple home runs there in the month of July. But overall, pretty good stuff from him. Not the biggest guy out of these competitors. I mean, 6'2", 190 pounds. So yeah, we'll see. I do worry about his ability to go out there and just crank infinite practice home runs. You know, it's easier for a bigger guy. It's no shade to say it doesn't make it easier to be a baseball player, but it does make it easier if you just are going to get up there and see how many home runs you can hit, you know, off of batting practice pitching. So I worry a little bit about that, about Byron Buxton. He's not going really on my list, not one of my top picks for this thing. I think he could maybe surprise a little bit here, but the Atlanta ballpark, I don't think, I don't think this is the perfect situation for him. In terms of being an all-over good ball player, definitely like him. In terms of going up there and cranking a bunch of batting practice home runs, I just don't really think this is my guy. Next up, guys, we're looking at Junior Kimura. He comes into this game with 23 home runs, batting .252. This third baseman there for the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays team that's having a slightly better than projected year. They've had a little bit of a struggle here recently, but this 22-year-old out there, going to be competing in the home run derby. Probably going to be some nerves involved. That being said, he has hit 2 home runs in his last 5 games, so definitely comes into this one swinging the bat relatively well. But those are the only 2 home runs he's hit this month. So we'll see what we get from Kimura in this one. I am very much expecting nerves to be a little bit of a problem here. This is also not a huge guy, 6'1", 220. Obviously, you know, a monster. Don't get me wrong. Makes me look like a midget. I'm sure it's 6 feet tall. But this dude, I'm not expecting him to go out there and have an amazing home run derby. There's a reason he's plus 1,000 in this competition. I think he might have a little bit of a rough time out there competing with these, you know, like bigger, crazier dudes out there. And I just think we're going to see him, you know, have a little bit of a hard time. Also, you know, this is a very much first-time competitor. This is going to be a much bigger spotlight and a much more, you know, like on your own feeling than he is used to out there. So not really expecting too crazy from him. Last but not least here, guys, we've got Chisum Jr. here at plus 1,200. This is going to be the smallest guy out there, but he's put up some decent numbers this year. He's put up 17 home runs. He's batting .250. A left-handed hitter, a very exciting player to watch. Now, power numbers, I don't know if that's really what we should be freaking out about, but he did crank a couple of home runs against Seattle back on the 9th, so good stuff there. This month in general, he's got 3 home runs, also hit one against the Mets. The Yankees have been a little bit hot and cold offensively this year, so we'll see what he's able to do out there. I mean, I'm not expecting nerves. Like, being the center of attention, kind of his whole MO. I think that might actually help him a little bit. And at 12-1 here, I'd be lying if I said he wasn't going to slightly end up on my list as, you know, obviously the biggest dark horse you could possibly find here. You know, the guy that's the biggest underdog. Do I really think he's got a legitimate shot to win this thing? Maybe he wins it more than 1 out of every 12 times, but I don't know. He feels like a very genuine long shot, but he's got the motor to do this. Like, he is a guy that can pump this up and, you know, really get going. And I think he's got something of a very, very outside chance. It would be crazy. It would be very crazy. I don't know, like, the numbers on the All-Star game when the last time somebody who was a 12-1 underdog won it, but I do think, you know, Chisum has something of, you know, a weird puncher's chance in this one. But I don't know if it's not something I get super involved with. And like I've said to you guys before in this video, definitely not a situation. This is a for fun video. This isn't a serious betting video, guys. We're talking about the MLB Home Run Derby. So let's not get too wrapped up in this. Anybody that's losing their bankroll on the Home Run Derby needs to be calling the number. Also, I want to take a quick look at whoever, you know, to hit the longest home run in the Home Run Derby, and there are a couple that I think are very, very reasonable. First up, I think ONeal Cruz at plus 150 to hit the longest home run definitely needs to go on the list as a possibility, guys. This dude is a monster. He's hit some monster home runs this season. I know it's only plus 150, but I think ONeal Cruz is who I would take to hit the longest home run for sure. I think that's very, very reasonable. Now, in terms of the over-under for the longest distance, I'm going to go, I'll go over 481.5. I think that's the best value on the board there at even odds. I think there's a great chance we see one that distance. Now, any of the other distances, you could maybe take under. I mean, obviously not taking under 481.5, but I would take under 499.5. The odds on those are not very appealing though. So definitely my main lean in total distance here. I'll take over 481.5. Guys, unfortunately, the Home Run Derby is all we've got going for today. Hit that like button for good luck on all of your bets today. Make sure you're betting responsibly on these crazy things we're looking at right now. Subscribe to the channel if you're new out there. Let me know in the comments any questions you have on today's slate. I appreciate you watching. Click the link in the description to go check out stumpthespread.com, and keep in mind any memberships that you sign up for today are grandfathered through the All-Star break. You won't be charged for any of the All-Star days. Like that's not how this works. We're not going to charge you for days. We're not putting up any real picks. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back here tomorrow and we'll break down the All-Star game, and then very soon we'll be back to a full slate of sports betting action.